number one DJ worldwide.
Easy E.
3, 2, 1. Get ready.
For the Philly 60.
Turn up the volume.
What is up, Philadelphia? I'm your host, Easy E, and we are starting the first episode of the Philly 60 right now. I have a very special guest in the studio with me right now, DJ Chopsoy. DJ, turn on your mic.
What up?
What's
Good
up?
to be here. What's up,
We
Eric?
got a great show. We got some more guests coming in right now. They're finding some parking, but thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna take a little music break right now and then get right back into it. So Chopsoy, what you feeling right now?
Play some, it gotta be clean, right?
Yeah, they're all clean. We have a music library selection to choose from.
It's like updated, like...
But like
That's
some
what
classics,
you feel
some
on,
classics.
Man. What you feel on?
Alright then, I think we gonna kill it with people not killing the vibe. So
Alright.
I'll catch you guys in a minute. I'll see y'all soon.
Yo, it's poppin'. It's Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Whip Radio.
yo.
That Temple University.
Your number one DJ worldwide.
Easy E.
3, 2, 1.
For the Philly 60.
Cheer! What is up, guys? It's your host, Easy E, and we are back in it again after, the quick little vibe sesh we had in the studio. Because, it's not a good show if we don't start vibing. But I'm gonna introduce my man again, DJ Chopsoy. Tell everyone listening.
What up? It's your boy DJ Chopsoy, senior Temple University, producer
That's right.
DJ. What up? Shout out my boy
Producer
Eric.
extraordinaire.
Yes, sir.
That's a fact. I got some nice questions lined up, and we got a little bit of a special surprise. I'm not gonna say anything about it yet, but we got a special surprise at the end of the show. So make sure you guys stay tuned and. Yeah, so we are just going to get started. I'm going to start asking Chopsoy some questions. So, my guy, I'm a student at Temple University, and you're a student at Temple University. So, what can we tell the listeners right now? What's it like being a creative and a student at the same time? Where do you find time to, give the right amount of effort, but also still keeping good grades at school, etc.?
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. See, a lot of creators deal with sleep problems, and I'm one of them.
You're one of them?
And trying to be a student at the same time, it's not easy because you got to catch up on sleep, you got to pay the bills somehow, and you got to make good music. Not even just music. If you're a creator, you could be a dancer, you could be an actress, actor, you could be a painter, stuff like that. You got to just keep doing what you're doing, but it's hard as a student, man. It really is.
Yeah.
The work piles up. You know how it gets the middle of the semester, man.
And do you think, it definitely hasn't slowed you down at all. Is it just,
No, it hasn't.
No, so do you
No.
think, like you say, yeah, man, it's tough, but what sets you apart from, why can you do so well today rather than someone else doing so well? What sets you apart right now?
Personally, I say, not in a bad... not in a bad, it's not meant to be in a bad meaning, but I say what sets me apart from other people, the way I've been, playing at clubs, being a tour DJ basically, back in October, making beats, all this. Just gotta kind of have a savage mindset, but obviously it doesn't mean harming others, but just being a savage in terms of figuring out what's best for you, figuring out what works for you, and just going with it, just going hard. That's all I gotta do to really keep elevating. So that's what I recommend to other people.
Awesome. It's definitely cool to hear that. Definitely as a creative myself, definitely feeling like I'm a little bit at the start of my journey, but I'm excited to put the work behind it and
just keep working.
Get to it. So then if I'm talking about myself starting this creative process, I want to talk about how you started. Okay. What was the first beat, and what did you name the first beat? Was it My First Beat .wav or something like that?
Yeah, this takes me back. I grew up playing instruments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up playing instruments. I played football too growing up. I was playing pee-wee football, playing piano and trumpet and drums in the band. That was 5th grade. And then football started getting more serious for me in high school. And then I stopped, playing piano and all that. And then senior year, I actually was like one of the rapper kids in my high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like we would start making beats. We would record on like Audacity back in the day, all that. But yeah, it just how it started was I always had a knack for music, and I always had a knack for not settling for anywhere I'm at. I'm not trying to settle for any less. I'm trying to keep elevating, keep leveling up. So back in high school, my background was like, I was like school president. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, that's how it basically started, man. Just the high school days, just trying to grind, just trying to start new things, start new horizons, stuff like that.
And so now I'm seeing this parallel between all the things you're saying. All right, we got you guys. Yeah, we're back, and now everyone is in the studio, so we are ready to fully get started. I'm your host, EZE, and you are listening to WHIP's Philly's #1 college radio station. This is the Philly 60. This is the first episode. To everyone who is listening, thank you so much. We were having a little bit of dialogue between Chopsoy and I, but I would like to open the discussion up to introduce my two new guests. So, my other two friends who are sitting in the room, the mic went I'd like to open the discussion up to introduce my two new guests. So, my other two friends who are sitting in the room, the mic went
Alright, yeah, and I'm BlockBaby 1400. Y'all can follow me on everything at BlockBaby 1400.
Alright, perfect. But Chopsoy, I'm gonna let you finish up. So we were talking about your journey as a artist starting up, and I wanted to talk to you about what it's like. So you said you're always busy, and like that never stops you from doing anything, but you are just always busy. Do you think you have a sort of you need to be busy in order to produce the content you produce? If you just gave like 100% of your time to producing, do you think that would either increase the level you're at or kind of slow you down because you maybe procrastinate? Because I find myself that if I have free time, I'm probably not gonna fill it with anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just keep working, because what I meant by like staying busy is like regardless if you an artist, producer, DJ, or sound engineer, or even painter or videographer, you gotta stay busy, because there's a million of each, maybe 10 million doing the same thing you doing. Y'all not really doing nothing different from each other. It's just that some of them got different opportunities compared to other people. So you owe yourself every opportunity. You gotta keep staying busy, because everybody else is trying to level up. You're not the only one trying to level up. So that's what I meant.
So you gotta be the one who's gotta level up the hardest.
You gotta just go hard, because not everybody go hard, but shit.
And you guys agree with that over there? Yeah. You guys see that as something you needed to do in your music careers? You just gotta work hard, or else no one's gonna listen to you, right?
Yeah, like I feel like you gotta keep pushing, because like Chop said,
you gotta put your foot on your neck.
Right.
Exactly.
Everybody doing the same thing, so like you gotta stand out. Like you gotta have something like people want to listen to, people want to see.
Right.
So.
All right, we heard it here first. So I have some questions for you, BlockBaby. I mean, I was going through your Instagram, and I've seen that you have something with Revamped Fashion and NY Shea Collection. I want you to tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh yeah, so my sponsorship with Revamped Fashion, Not Shea Collection.
It's Not Shea, not like New York.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like it's Not Shea.
My fault.
Not Shea Collection. Revamped Fashion. CEO Mina Benji. Y'all can follow her at Mina Benji on everything. She has a storefront and everything. I've been sponsored with her for, I want to say, 2-3 years. I know her personally. Also, Nashe, I went to school with Nashe. I know her personally.
Okay.
So they just, I try to help a lot of people out that I know is going hard, just as hard as me. Like, if they're not artists as well, if it's clothing or like, if it's like, food or anything, I try to do, like, if I have events, like I have vendors always come out, or like it's always about networking with me. Like I always try to get my name out, get other people's name out that's trying to do the same thing, but going hard. Like, like you said, everybody's not going hard, but it's all about support, and Philly is really not a lot of support. So they sponsor me, and we go hand in hand. They give me a lot of drip for
I mean,
Everything I
hey,
go
like
to.
why not?
I
Why
was gonna
not?
wear my Not Shea hoodie, but I had to wash it. So
Yeah,
they give me a lot of drip, so
that's cool.
I appreciate them.
That's cool. And I also wanted to. I saw these not abbreviations, acronyms, D4M and SLRG. What do those stand for, and what do those mean to you personally?
Alright, so D for M, D for Mayor. I'm from 59th and Master and
Okay.
Block, so you know Sim Santin and all.
Yeah, we were just Chopsoy and I were talking about that before.
Yeah,
I'm
grew
from
up with
59th
them.
Street to be exact.
Tamir was my cousin. You know my guys.
Mhm.
I try to support them, but I want to do like my own wave. Like I
Yeah.
want to have like my own following. So I do love those guys, but like I want to have my own branch off. But it's always I love Tamir. Like that's my guy, so I'm gonna keep it pushing for him. SLRG, stay level, remain grounded. That's my guys. Like my manager Al, Zay, everybody on my team. Like we SLRG. Like we remain grounded. Like that's what we stand for.
That's what we
like,
stand for?
Yeah.
That's
so.
dope. And I noticed that you and Zay, so you had an old account that got deleted.
Yeah, that
And
account.
I'm going to mention that, unfortunately, Zay, you had.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to. I don't know if it's still hurts a little bit.
Oh man, it does hurt.
It still hurts. Zay, tell me about what it's like losing an account at 10K. What's it like to? Because I wanted to bring up some commentary on like a lot of people say like fake fans or like that. So what's it like? The fan base, was there a change or?
Yeah, it was a lot. Like I gotta get all my followers back. Like I don't,
Yeah,
it's hard.
it's hard. And how do you plan on attacking that? Just
Keep
going
pushing. I gotta keep on pushing.
Keep pushing.
Like, that's what I gotta do. Yeah.
Something random I wanted to bring up. I noticed that in most of your pictures you have a white beanie on. Yeah, is that like?
I like hats. I got.
I know. Yeah, it's
like
dope.
hats.
I noticed,
Yeah.
but is there something special about that hat? Do you like that hat like the most?
Yeah, I like that joint sturdy. I like that joint.
That joint's sturdy. All right, we heard it
I
here
burned
first.
that joint out though. It's burned out. now. It's burned out now. I can't.
Man, well, that's too bad. Well then, Chopsoy, I throw it right back at you. Do you have any? This is just sort of like a personal kind of question, but like when you perform, do you have? So he has this like hat that he likes to wear. Unfortunately, and got burnt up. But is there anything like special things that you do before a show or things that you wear during a show that is just like tradition or have helped you cope with the whole like performance anxiety?
You know, there's nothing. I don't really deal with performance anxiety. I used to deal with that when I DJ'd when I was starting to really DJ like 2-3 years ago. There's nothing I specifically wear before a set or a gig, but I like to parlay a little bit before, you know, get loose.
Get a little loose.
You know, consume certain things. You know.
Okay.
That's how we rock.
I hear it. And so I understand that you've also recently, or some recent, some not so recent, but have done sets DJing for Roddy Ricch, Young Thug, and Ty Dolla $ign. I want you to tell me a little bit about how you got that experience, how you were able to DJ at Noto, the connections you were able to make. Just tell me about it.
Oh man,
Because it's like a flex. Like you get to say that, like, yo, I just DJ for Roddy Ricch. Like,
I see what you're saying, but I don't really look at it like that. I kind of just look at it. I just kind of look at it as like it was just another opportunity. I can't get stuck up on, oh, I just did a big night at Noto and Roddy performed for almost 1,000 people at a club. I can't settle for that. I gotta keep going for bigger things. But how it really started was just New York and back in October. And then it started kind of picking up. First show I did at Noto was Ty Dolla $ign, huge, a lot of people. Then it was Young Thug. Then I DJ'd right before EDM model Chantel Jeffries.
okay.
That was a cool EDM show. I DJ'd some EDM. I'm an open format DJ, so I kind of try to do a whole bunch of other things, other genres. But
Is there one that you stick to?
hip hop,
Hip
for
hip-hop,
sure.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I was-
R&B,
yeah, 'cause-
hip hop.
So you are a hip hop DJ, but you don't limit yourself to just hip hop, I guess.
Yeah,
Would that be
basically.
right in saying?
Yeah. And then like recently, a couple days ago, Noto Roddy Ricch, he just won a Grammy. That's probably the biggest show I've ever done, probably bigger than Rolling Loud, and starting to get some recognition. But it's really not about people recognizing me. It's about just I just gotta keep grinding and just
Keep grinding.
You know what I'm saying? Try to get to the top someday.
That's dope. That's dope. And I'm gonna bring it back over to you guys. I know that a part of SLRG and Big Al Entertainment. I seen you guys do some shows or showcases at the Red Wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Red Wine. Is it just called the Red Wine or the Red Wine?
Red Wine.
Yeah, the club.
Yeah, Red Wine.
So it's I know you guys have done some competitions, and we brought Miller Pride, who won one of the competitions. But what's it like being a part of SLRG, Big Al Entertainment, and performing for those shows? The people who come. What's that all like?
We lit. I mean, my game, we stay lit. I mean,
Right. I don't know. It's really nothing to say. Like,
we do our thing.
Yeah, we a family for real. Like we got like a bond. Like I don't know. Every time I get around them, I know they're my brothers. Like we have fun.
Cool.
Like it's all about having fun. Like we have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then I would like to ask, what other performances have you guys done recently that have been notable? Because I know the Red One is like showcase, I would say, but then what's like a performance you have done where it's just you or not a sort of whole team production?
Well, I just did the Life and Friends show, Life and Friends tour networking show. That's on my page too, where Young Swag was there from Wildin' Out.
Okay.
It was just a huge networking event.
Is that where you met DaBaby?
No, I did another networking event. Last year, he had a show here, but I kind of got him alone, him and Stunner, and kind of had some words with them. So
that's cool. What was that like?
I feel like meeting them, that just gave me like, I really want to do this. Like, this is where I need to be. Like, talking to them and how they started. Like, just, putting money out. It's like, they basically told me, like, you have to put money out to get money back. Like, you can't be a stingy artist. Like, you have to be at the bottom to be at the top, basically.
Yeah.
So they gave me, like, more sense of light. And that made me want to go harder, like, do more shows and put more time into projects and just, like, network with other people because other people have more to give. Like, I can't just, it's not just me.
Definitely.
Like, it's other stuff I have to do. So, with that, other shows. I have a show coming up, Cashmere and Friends shows. A lot of local Philly
Cashmere
artists.
PMO?
Cashmere
PMO. That's so funny. He was like one of the first people I heard about in Philly when I first moved here.
Yeah.
The whole Oktoberfest concert. Last year. That's where I got introduced to everything. What's it like? He's got some hot songs for sure. But that's so when is that? When is that event?
The 23rd of this month. That's the
23rd
23rd.
of this month.
Tickets $10 at the doors at Voltage Lounge. It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be lit. The other local artists gonna be there, like Buddha Loke, Low Key, couple other people gonna be there. So Deeg West Side, so a couple other.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
lit.
dope. I wanted to talk about this. I'll open this to everyone, but so you had gotten to meet DaBaby at a networking event in Center for Vegas, and I mean, it was a great opportunity and you got to learn a lot from them. I'm wondering if there's anything, or there was a mentor you had when you were starting making music, and that goes for you too. Was there a person that was like, this is who I want to be like, and then you started, or like, was there an influence? It could be parents too.
Yeah.
Is any, like, what was the influence that helped you build your craft?
I mean, I was like, before I started even taking it serious, I was around PB Rock. So I was at the shows and all that before he even got even big. So like that made me want to, like, I could do this shit too.
That's funny. When I was looking for a beat for you to freestyle over, I was looking PNB Rock type beat because I was like, that's like what I would like kind of hear in your sound. So it's funny that you bring that up. What about you, BlockBaby?
I don't know. I did poetry for a lot. Like, I did poetry a lot, like, as, like, in middle school and stuff like that. And my poetry was good, so somebody was like, you should try to rap or something. So I'm like...
And you're like, okay.
I'm like, all right, I'm going to try it. And my first freestyle was over the Problems beat. The FM Problems beat. Yeah, I did, like, a verse of that, and I put it, like, on SoundCloud. I did it, like, in my living room. And everybody was like, yo, that's your hot. And they just was piping me up. So I said, all right,
like, okay,
so
like, I like it.
Right.
That's cool.
So I just started going from there, like, just looking more into it because nobody around me was doing music. Like, this was, like, when nobody was really doing music. It was, like, 2015, 2014. So it was, like, it was new to me. Like, I didn't know nothing. So I had to really do everything on my own, like. But that was like my influence.
That was
like,
the influence.
People actually believing in me like before I even believed in myself. Like that was just.
That's awesome. All right, and then what about you?
I feel like I haven't found that mentor yet. It's different from my reasoning is different from other people. I have an older brother, so growing up it was just my brother and I. And he would always tell, he's 6 years older than me, so he would always tell me like, yo, with this music, like you're gonna have to keep going, doing what you're doing, but you're eventually gonna need a mentor to kind of guide you. And that conversation was about a year ago, but I still haven't found that mentor. But if there's somebody that I always looked up to growing up from a young age, probably Meek Mill, and that kind of led to meeting him after Zasosa's performance at Rolling Loud. That was a very humbling moment.
I bet.
I was with a couple other Philadelphia people. Shout out my guy Lil Mook, Buna, Big Duke, King Mel, Tay Official.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I would like to give a second to talk about my influence. I guess I am still sort of trying to find that mentor. I find myself doing a lot of different things, both inside and outside of school, and I still want to find what's right for me. But definitely my parents, my family, they're the ones who let me know. They help keep me on the right path, right? And I feel like everyone's got that person there for them.
For sure.
But yeah, moving forward, I actually want to take care of so BlockBaby. We'll just go through the line again, but I want to talk about names. I want to talk about your name. Why is it BlockBaby? Why is it 1400? Zay, same thing. Why did it go from Life of Zay to Zaythegreat? And then Chopsoy will end it up with you. But let's start with Zay. Zay, I want to hear what's it. So where's the whole process?
Why I switched it?
Yeah, why you switched it and where did it where did that come from?
Before I was rapping and all that, I used to play ball like up in Northeast. They used to call me Zaythegreat, so like
The name fits.
Yeah, but it was Life of Zay before that though. Like I always had Life of Zay, but then I just had to switch it up.
Had to switch it up because Instagram be drawing.
Had to switch it up.
Definitely.
BlockBaby, what about you? Where did and then tell me about the 1400 too.
Okay, so first my name is IG1400, but it's like a childhood nickname. It was like IG. So I took that, and I'm from the 1400 block of Redfield Street. So I took 1400, and then my page got deleted, my IG 1400 page back in May.
Because
so
Instagram be drawing.
Instagram be drawing. So first I was D4M Hundo, and then like I was like I wanted to do my own thing. So I'm like, I'm hard-headed. Okay, so that's like hard-headed BlockBaby is like my full like hard-headed BlockBaby.
Hard-headed BlockBaby.
So I'm like, okay, I'm hard-headed. Boom, I've been told that so many times. I be on the block. Boom, and I'm the baby. I'm really like the baby, like. So I'm like, all right.
That makes sense.
Hard-headed BlockBaby, and everybody's like BlockBaby. That's catchy.
Yeah.
Catchy. So.
Bet, all right, and then I do want to hear Chopsoy. I want to hear where that came from.
So Chopsoy really comes from a nickname this kid I used to play football in high school called me. But I started really, marketing that Chopsoy, like really trying to, I'm in the process of branding myself. But it's Chopsoy because as a Korean American, I feel that oftentimes, compared to other minorities as well, Asian Americans are discriminated very easily. So I'm just kind of throwing it in people's faces like, what's his name? Chopsoy. Chopsoy. You know what I mean? So that's just it.
That's cool. It's definitely something important to you. I don't want to go too far off topic, but I do want to bring something up. This is important to me as well. But I have seen, everyone has heard about the coronavirus. It's something that everyone knows about. And I've seen that people have used the coronavirus as an excuse to be racist.
I got to be careful when I cough in public. I've received so many. The other day in my class, a couple girls, I cleared my throat, and they moved their seat. But how I view it is, when Ebola was coming out, West Africans went through the same thing. In this country. 2005, around there, the SARS, bird flu, that came from China.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to kind of understand, China got 1.4 billion people.
Yeah.
You feel me? They got the most out of ethnicities.
Mm-hmm.
So this virus, it's not as serious as people say it is.
Yeah.
Because right now, questionably, it's 60,000 cases, 60,000 or under, out of 1.4 billion though.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, conspiracies, a lot of debates coming out about, was it man-made? The other day I kind of found, you gotta read your news sources from legitimate sources. But, I kind of found out that the other day the coronavirus was man-made. They actually built a patent for it in 2014. A lot of people don't know that.
Really?
But also, social media has a lot to do with how Chinese people are being,
100%. And I think
kind of
that goes
viewed right
for
now because,
all sorts of social media is definitely a medium in which anything can get skewed to whatever way. But everyone, we are about the 30-minute mark of our show, so I want to take a quick music break, and we're actually gonna chill with some of BlockBaby's song. We got some clean versions of Clear It Up and Spin the Block. So are we about to turn it up?
About to turn it
Get
up.
it.
We're about to turn it up.
Get it,
So
BlockBaby.
Spin a Block video dropping tonight at 6 p.m.
Ooh. All right,
So
y'all
better
heard it
tune
here
in.
first. I'm gonna see you guys in, I would give or take 5 or 6 minutes, but let's run it up with BlockBaby.